My mafia fiancé and I had planned to watch the World Cup final part. Giovanni thought I was just throwing a tantrum. He pulled a photograph from the inside pocket of his suit jacket and held it out to me. You've always wanted to meet Messi, right? I managed to get his autograph for you this time. He reached out and gently ruffled my hair, just like he used to when comforting me. Happy now, amore? I glanced down at the photo. The signature on the back was genuine, but I didn't take it. Not really. I pushed the photo back toward him. Giovanni, I've always liked Ronaldo. There was a time when he remembered everything, what I liked, what I hated, who I wanted to meet. But at some point, that changed. Now he remembered what sweets Karina liked, what jewelry she preferred, which race car driver she admired. His world had slowly been filled by someone else. Bianca, Giovanni rubbed his brow, his voice tinged with impatience. Can't you learn from Karina? No matter what I give her, she accepts it happily. She never nitpicks. I let out a soft laugh. If she's that perfect, then you should get married to her instead. Bianca, Giovanni cut me off sharply. Why do you always have to make things difficult? I deal with so many family matters every day. How am I supposed to remember every little thing about you? Ronaldo and Messi, aren't they basically the same? I looked at him and shook my head gently. They're not the same. Before I could finish, Karina's tearful voice came from outside the door. Giovanni, my wound seems to be acting up again. Could you take me to the hospital? Coming. Giovanni barely hesitated before turning and walking out. Watching his retreating figure, I finished the sentence in my heart. Ronaldo and Messi were obviously different. Just like Karina and I had never been the same. Half an hour later, my neck started itching. Soon, a fine rash spread from my collarbone up to the side of my face, and my breathing grew labored. I grabbed my coat and went downstairs. The sprawling estate was empty. Everyone had gone with Karina to the private hospital. I hailed a car by myself and headed there too. After getting the antihistamine medication, the nurse told me to start in 4-drip. As I walked down the hallway, familiar figures came into view. Giovanni was kneeling on one knee in front of Karina, carefully bandaging the wound on her hand. Uncle stood nearby and patted her shoulder gently. It's okay, don't be scared. Just bear with it a little longer and the pain will pass. Karina spotted me first. Her eyes lit up and she waved at me with a smile. Bianca, what are you doing at the hospital? Are you feeling unwell? I was about to speak when Giovanni's cousin jumped in. What could possibly be wrong with Bianca? She's just worried about you and came to check on you. Giovanni nodded faintly. She's always been strong. Is this for Karina? He casually took the medicine bag from my hand. He glanced at the packaging and handed it straight to Karina, his voice softening as he coaxed her. Look, Bianca cares about you so much. She even came all this way to bring you medicine. That was my medicine. The rash had already spread to the corners of my eyes. The itching was so bad I could barely keep them open. Couldn't they see that? Uncle looked at Karina with deep affection. You really must be more careful from now on. Your parents sacrificed themselves for the family. If anything happened to you, how could we face them in heaven? Giovanni added in a low voice. Your skin is especially delicate. Don't let it get wet for the next few days. I finally couldn't take it anymore. Giovanni, I didn't come to see her. These are allergy meds. Can't you tell? Giovanni paused, then finally looked up at me properly. His gaze landed on the rash covering my face, and his expression shifted. You had an allergic reaction? He handed the medicine bag back to me. Sorry, I didn't notice earlier. Once I'm done here with Karina, I'll come over and sit with you. I took the bag and walked into the infusion room. The nurse inserted the 4 and frowned deeply at the rash on my face. Miss, your allergy is already quite severe. Didn't anyone come with you? They had something to take care of. I said quietly. The nurse sighed. You should have come in sooner, and with someone accompanying you. If you'd waited any longer, your breathing could have been in danger. I gave a small, bitter smile. Through the glass door, I saw Giovanni helping Karina out of the hospital. He gently ruffled her hair, his voice impossibly tender. All better now, little crybaby. Let's go get some dinner. The doctor said you can only have light food until the wound heals. Uncle shook his head with a chuckle. Giovanni, you really do spoil her. One day she'll be completely spoiled rotten. Giovanni